Okay, we're live.
Yep, we're live.
We're like a minute late for once, as opposed to like 5 minutes early.
Yeah. Well, what I did is, I was dealing with something in the house real quick, but I at least started the stream at 5. It just had the title screen. So there's just a couple minutes of nothing. But we are here, and we are going to continue Alan Wake.
Yep, finishing it.
I'm hoping finishing it.
Doing our finishing off the.
How did I get up here? Okay.
Oh.
You need to get that door open before you can get into the warehouse. That's the way forward.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Barry.
Why is it so complicated?
Because you're a complicated man, and no one understands you.
Shut your mouth!
Talking.
Barry.
I'd have been so mad if that Jeep just flipped when it dropped. Alright, but we're in the Signal, one of the post-game DLCs when you're dealing with Alan being... Oh! Oh! Maybe being a little out of his fucking mind.
Yep.
He's up there, you fucking... Oh, Jesus.
Interesting. So while I was waiting for Lucky to show up, I was, well, even though Axe is here, I can say this. He may or may not title me out. I was watching some YouTube series. I won't bore the stream audience who may or may not be into that. You can find it out. You know, join our Discord. We talk about that stuff. But I was testing out a deck idea. I built an empty jar deck using my progression tools, and I was testing it. And for Lucky, empty jar is a mill type deck where you play cards that grind out your opponent's deck.
Oh, Jesus.
So they run out of cards, because that is one of the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is if it gets to your draw phase and you have no cards left in your deck to draw, you lose.
Yeah.
So I threw that together with the tools I got in my toolbox. You know, if I ever feel like completely fucking up my own format.
Oh, yeah.
As you do sometimes. Man,
Okay.
you getting bullied by several monster trucks.
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm like...
What's the deeper psychological symbolism of this, I wonder?
It's something phallic, clearly. No, sorry. Like, this is me being a week out of practice, trying to remember how the fuck I play this game. So I apologize. But an empty jar deck. That sounds that seems vaguely dickish.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's well, depending on the format. A lot of these cards are limited for this reason. It can be either horrifically non-interactive, or it can be completely pointless. There are several cards that pretty strongly counter it. The main thing would be is in progression, I could probably like bust it out randomly one week. Nobody would have any of the counter cards side decked, and I may or may not tear it up, and then, you know, go home and never do it again because there's no way it'll work again. But I'd never actually tried to build that deck with my progression setup, so you know, I assembled it. The last week's episode has come out, and as you know, for those people know, I had a little bit of a bad time. I got bodied pretty hard once again in the first round. Didn't really do the thing that I was trying to do with my deck, so occasionally I come up with these ideas. Dallas also comes up with these ideas, but as he has established, usually they don't work when he does. He always yells about doing a degenerate deck because he knows all the alternate win con strategies, and then he usually explodes when he tries to do it.
Dallas definitely has this thing, I would say, of having cool ideas, but fail to execute them. We saw this in the Sprawl constantly.
Dallas is cursed, yes, on camera.
But... Thank you, Barry, for your riveting commentary. Don't you dare... Oh! Okay. I just summoned a truck on top of a truck, but hey.
Neat.
Yeah. Boost!
So I'll ask a loaded question.
Oh.
This will give people a hint. But hey, Lucky, when you're playing Blue Archive, what do you sign on the recruitment?
The what?
Recruitment forms. You got a little signature zone to scribble. What do you scribble there?
Actually, I'm not
Hey, you
sure.
flip them over.
Actually,
Usually I just type gibberish.
I didn't know I could type stuff on there, huh?
Well, you can't type it, but yeah, it's a touch screen, and that's how you flip it over.
Oh, you sign it.
Yeah, you sign the forms.
Oh, I never knew that. I totally gotta do that now.
Okay.
Oh, what should I name it as? What should I? I'm gonna start doing it. Well, I'm not. Well, I guess it doesn't really. It's not really.
Yeah, it's not recorded anywhere as far as I know. It's just purely for funsies.
I like it. Well, I see you have picked up Blue Archive then.
Yeah, no, I've got it open right now. I'll probably play some campaign while we're doing stuff.
Ah! Oh.
But I started last night because I think somebody even talked about like if I would talk about, because I don't know if you would even be able to watch Shang-Chi over the weekend. But I did not, because interestingly enough, after tonight's Sprawl game, I was like super crash tired.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was, strong headache, dead to the world. So I just, turned out my lights and laid down and went to bed. So I started Blue Archive last night and watched some of my Nero Wolf deep, because I was pretty donezo. Not like in like a, I'm not mad or frustrated. Just like, man, I'm tired.
Yeah, no. Sometimes that's just how it be.
Yeah, so I was pretty exhausted. So I did pop it open, and I am playing. I have not spent any money, and I don't plan on. But it's as pitched by Lucky and seeing the bits. It's pretty, basic. It's fun to have. I will say that I don't know if it's just because I have a more modern phone. I bought it in the 12 months, but it's definitely like graphically very advanced, right? Because you've got the normal sprites and graphics, but you've got like live 2D stuff. Like they give the tutorial of the character scenes, for instance, they give you has an extended live 2D scene at the end.
Yeah, that's so they can show you how that works.
Yeah, and then you've also
God
got
damn it.
the, I assume 3D yeah, everybody's chibi models are 3D. Auto skill on. Well, it can kind of play itself.
Yeah, in the beginning, the game can definitely play itself. Once you start getting into later maps, you're gonna have to start paying more close attention, at least to get you till you get that 3-star. Because once you get the 3 stars, it's just like sweep. Oh, I didn't push the fucking button.
But yeah, so like I started it up, I did the tutorial stuff. I'm not bothering to reset because I don't know nothing about nobody. And hey, one of those maid characters the internet likes was a 1-star. I got her.
Oh yeah, that was probably
Zasuna.
Yeah, Asuna.
So I'm like, hey, that's fine.
Who doesn't like JK maids?
And as is usual with this start dash stuff, the game gave me like I have like 50 recruitment points already. Because the game gives you so many free summons right out the bat.
Oh yeah.
So I have a couple of 3 stars. If people care, I can read my roster, but I don't know if I want to distract from the gripping gameplay of Lucky being bullied with the Jeep.
Oh no!
Get the Jeep, Alan Wake.
No,
that was perfect timing. Thank you, AI. The riveting gameplay as a a heavy spool crashes through the windshield. You've lost the back door. Oh my god! I didn't even know these cars had that kind of deformation.
Ah! Fuck everything! Hit the pipes, Alan!
Wow, they did say this DLC stuff was harder, but damn. Ooh, this is a spectacle.
Rider time, go! I like how I rider time and the guy used that to run up on me where I couldn't, like, rider time it then, because you cannot rider time consecutively, guys.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay.
Cleared the barn.
Okay, cool. Well, I don't know if people are really interested in like 1 and 2 stars, because 1 and 2 stars come like candy.
Oh God, no, yeah, no. I that's something because I immediately realized what you were talking about the shorter roster when like I think like by my 3rd summon, including the tutorial one, so like 2 into actually spending the pyroxenes or whatever they give you, I was like, oh hey, literally like 60% of this is dupes. In the 1 stars. Interesting.
Yep.
It's good then that they do have a pity system, because that would probably be competitive.
Yeah, but yeah. So I think more people would be interested to know what 3-star you pulled, because you're guaranteed one in the tutorial role. Oh, I
Yeah,
have to
so
go
my
there.
3-star was Maki.
Maki.
She is a striker for Millennium Science School, and she has a machine gun, and she likes art, if I gather that from the bit.
Oh, interesting.
She's got, like, spray paint stuff. And then in my own natural roles, I got another 3-star, which is Saya, who has mouse ears.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, and that's a fucking biohazard container. I didn't notice that the first time. I'm slightly concernicus. Then again, in the tutorial, they do claim that bullets do nothing to them. Only Sensei is at risk. So I do appreciate, like I said, I popped over the tutorial and stuff. They immediately do the classic gotcha. There's more going on than you know, bullshit. And it's like, okay, but you didn't explain any of it.
Nope. Oh, this is just high school. This is just high school days with guns. Literally.
Hey, what are you up to? I thought this was my side of the bed.
Ooh. Dramatic relationship moment? No?
Okay, so
Something?
that's it.
Bueller?
I don't like that thing. I don't like that log truck.
He entered the trap, surrounded by enemies.
Oh, come on now. Come on now, me on TV.
Let's see, do I got? No, I got a single flare.
Yeah, it's a good time to use it. You already popped the shadow on that one guy. Fast. Boy, this isn't it.
Do I have any? Nope, I just gotta...
Unfortunately, your only way out of here is to hit a word that says climb, so...
Okay, so I need to see. Something damaged me when I did this earlier, so I'm curious what it was. Oh, was it just when it popped on me it did it? Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not gonna hit that. I'm not gonna hit that hunt word. I don't think it did anything this time. Let's open this up again. Revolver. Let's make sure that's done. Sure, we'll do memory again. Memories are important.
Hey, what are you up to? I thought this was my side of the bed.
So while I go through this bullshit again, I will tell you, I did try Revived Witch. I didn't get much into it because, I don't know, it didn't necessarily grab me as, like, like, other games. Ah, god damn it.
A lot of good.
Come on, let me write it down, Actually, I might, nope.
Yeah, I don't know if you got enough time with all those dudes to climb.
Okay. So, why am... Oh, that's because that's the way I came. I was about to say, do I just like being up high?
No, you just got a checkpoint.
So, clearly what I need to do is I need to take care of the guy behind me. And then use that so I can fucking retreat, so I can deal with everyone else coming in front of me. Because I cannot move forward on that. I think.
Yeah, the first three guys, with one big boy behind and then the two front seems not too much trouble.
Hey, what are you up to? I thought this was my side of the bed.
By enemies. Wake had nowhere to run.
I'm so sick of you. You're sick of yourself? Sounds about
Yeah,
right.
basically.
Nope. I have dodged it.
Woo!
Alright.
Got him? Boy, howdy, they're coming.
They're coming. But, now that I have...
Fast. Alright, that fast pass. These guys are... Haha, he hit it! He got hit one of those guys. Didn't even know that could happen. That's pretty neat.
Now we pull this out. Alright. There we go. Yeah, no, trying to, like, again, this game, like I said, this is the part where you need to retreat and, you know, gain ground, rather than rush forward. But, so I tried Revive Witch, and I don't necessarily think it's a bad game, it's just its aesthetic wasn't necessarily speaking to me immediately. Because that's the thing,
yeah.
Because that's the thing, like, when I pick up a game within, like, the first 5 minutes, you gotta grab me.
Right, because, you know, you've played a few of these games, you know.
Mm-hmm. Recharge. But, like I said, it does look like it has a very lovely art style. Like, the main gameplay uses a lot of pixel art. I'm just all like, this is very, very nice. They have a very cool system at the beginning where your tutorial your tutorial 10 roll, you can actually re-roll it 100 times, just right off the bat. You don't actually have to clear.
Oh well, that seems like more games should do that because the developers have to know people.
Oh yeah,
right?
Oh yeah. So. And the game has very, very beautiful people, but just right off the, like, immediately the game didn't necessarily grab me. Oh, heavy duty. Yes. Stonkin'.
Got maximum
lightage. Do I have to squeeze through this? No. Do I have to jump up this? Wait, can I even climb? Yes. Wait. No. Maybe so. Oh, follow the GPS. No, that's right. Let us go through these tight and narrow stacks. This is an excellent plan, and in no way this will go wrong.
Yeah, there's definitely something jittery in here.
I hear something like a generator or something. Or some sort of
I think there's something like attached. I think so. Hard to tell.
Ah, that's what I heard. A chainsaw. Sir! Again, just teleport.
You know, I should have thought of that. I actually no. I think that guy was hiding on side of some of the stacks of stuff because I saw like shadow lines like hiding behind some of the pallets. So I think he was actually just waiting in the wings.
It's possible, I suppose.
Woo! Good writer.
Oh shit. Oh wait, no, that was the fucking. Okay, got him. But yeah. So, like I said, if you like dark, I don't want to necessarily call it romantic, but there's definitely a fucking. Oh, there's just collectible alarm clocks. Okay, cool. Wake up, Alan.
Intriguing. You've only found one so far.
I mean, I'm not really trying that hard to find collectibles.
True, but like usually, like with thermoses, obviously, fuck ton, but usually we spotted a lot of them.
Heal. Rider kick.
But yeah, I don't know much about Revived Witch other than you mentioned the name, and then when I was in Google Play Store, interestingly enough, I had to search Blue Archive. It was not on the front page for trying to get me to play Genshin Mobile or Azure Lane again was though. That was interesting.
Probably because you have accounts in it or something.
Maybe, yeah. Though Azure Lane is bound to a Twitter account, whereas with Blue Archive, I logged in with Google.
Nice.
You got a couple of guys back there with that. Good job.
Environmental effects.
It definitely seems like while this is harder, more challenging, they're also playing around a lot more with the. You guys just climb out everywhere. These environmental stuff.
I'm trying to shoot.
Is that do you have a sticky aim thing going on there?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I need to turn that off. Hang on.
The auto aim a function. Keep in mind, this game is 10 years old. They may not give you the ability to turn off auto aim. It's like they don't.
Yeah, no, because like I was gonna just shoot the fucking propane tank,
And then like 4 guys got you.
yeah.
Well, you managed to retreat decently anyway. It would have been faster with
the propane, but once there's 4 dudes in the way,
Propane.
there's no way for me to shoot it. So, all right, where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Window to the soul. Guess we're going here.
I think the dust in this place is setting off my allergies.
You're not real, Barry.
Well, my allergies are definitely here.
God damn it, Barry.
See? Allergies.
Not Barry is like one of the best things about this DLC. I'm just saying that right now.
It is pretty good.
You're talking to yourself, Al. Alright, let's see here. Actually, let's see here. Can I... Oh, it blew me up too. Blowing up everybody! Let's do this! I don't know what just happened. Oh, you're still alive. Probably should use my revolver a little bit. God!
Just blow smoke off your gun.
Alan, wait, professional pistol shooter, but only not really, because this is like the first time I've held a gun. I don't get it.
Allegedly. Even though you have a fucking gun trophy in your house.
Stop it! They're waiting for us downstairs. We don't have time for Alan.
I knew she wasn't really here, but she still made my heart ache. I had saved Alice, but I wasn't even sure when that happened. Was it days ago? Weeks? Longer? I had no way of knowing.
Whoa, that's fast. Guess you gotta run, Al.
What, do I gotta get on that? Okay, interesting.
Huh? You have had to do some like timing puzzles before.
That was the wrong button, me. That was not run. I have wasted a flare. Oh, there's water down there.
Crazy dangerous, Al.
Thank you, my subconscious.
Barry, I feel like you sound more and more like Gilbert Gottfried every time.
How's it going, boys? I probably didn't actually have to... Oh, wait, no, it moves. That's right. Please, camera angle, stop.
It refuses. Sit on the chat. We are once again set to low latency again to try and improve connection and stuff. And so far, YouTube is not yelling at us. We've got excellent connection.
Yeah, no, well, previously the video bitrate was set down to 3,000, which I think was okay for when I had it down to like 720, yes, to 720. But once I bumped it up to 1080, I think YouTube was like, no, we need more juice. So I went to OBS and I raised the bitrate. I literally doubled it from 3,000 to 6,000. It seems to be working.
Got something for you.
I could only hope that Alice was all right. I didn't know what happened to her after she left the dark place.
Zane? Is that you?
I guess I'm going down the fucking hole.
Hey, hold that pose. That was a good one.
Look at that pose.
Yeah, but smile a little more. No,
Pose.
not too much. You want to look mysterious. Maybe a little tough. You know how people go for those dangerous bad boys.
But I'm not dangerous.
Oh, come on. You write about terrible things all the time. People want to think that you're intimately familiar with them. You kill Casey in this book. You need to look a little bit like a murderer. Oh, that's good. Do that again. You look handsome.
And dangerous.
You know, I wasn't sure about the beer before, but I was wrong. Good on you. Okay, I think we're done.
Great. I want to get out of this suit.
Hey, things are looking up.
Guess danger is sexy. That was when I was still working. when I felt like a real writer instead of a fraud. It was a good memory. I wished I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, no, I know that feeling, bro. Man, everything's so happy here. I hate it.
And now we're just in a wall of
Suits.
shirts. Yes, suit bags, clothing bags, garment bags. That's. These are sitting.
Thank you. I accidentally threw my last one when I meant to run.
Hey, we're in your apartment.
Yeah, there they are.
Right there. There's the trophy.
Maybe that's his wife's, and she's actually the protagonist.
Well, I hear diving.
But first, I'm going to inspect everything because I need things. Hey!
Alan, you made it. This area of the dark place is calmer, at least for the time being. We can talk here, but we don't have much
Thanks,
time.
Zane!
Zane, how do I get out
Boy.
of here?
That's what you face. That's you, even as we speak.
Darkness. Darkness coming. Swept him away. Lost. He knew. He knew.
Oh god, they did that. I hate that.
There was no way out. Oh,
No, I'm right here,
what was
Zane.
going wrong?
That's not me. It's just,
Wrong.
I don't know, an echo, a hallucination, the dark
No,
presence.
the dark presence is not responsible for this. You are making this happen. You're trapped in your own nightmares.
I like the water effect.
Yourself.
Oh yeah.
Fly.
Wade didn't understand it. He would never make it. He would never wake up. He'd get swallowed up in the rising tide of darkness. It was coming. It was coming.
Shut up! Ah!
You have to accept it, Alan.
Swept away by the gathering insanity. Zane was gone. Wade could feel the pressure gnawing at his mind. The darkness wasn't so bad. It was in him. He felt it. He knew the voice spoke the truth. It was just too hard to think. He couldn't make sense of it. Couldn't. He wanted to go with the flow. Stop thinking and just
Using full motion video is a fucking choice. All of it. Stop. Stop. Actually. Down. Down. Down, all of you. Sit.
Careful, some of it's still feisty.
Oh. Oh. A single flare take care of all of that, so that was good. That is just darkness.
Goopy dark.
Oh, I just gotta go down there and enjoy it, I guess.
Ow, your shins.
Of course there's dudes. There's always dudes. What are you talking about? I got Barry. Actually, where is Barry? Ow! Oh, God. I need the power of physics.
Everything he saw was a twisted memory. A street
I think I saw something on the hunting rifle ammo. Oh, shit!
Whoop! Oh, no. I didn't.
I'm burning through my batteries here, just trying to advance here. It's like, oh, batteries, thank you. Oh, circle. I don't know why I'm pushing triangle. Reload! I think this is just gonna be one of those things that dudes are just gonna keep coming up behind me. But there's stuff here and I want to grab it, but okay. Oh, they keep slightly moving. That's what's throwing me off. Okay, where was that? I tried to Raider dodge.
Very on the ball with that.
God damn it. These guys do like to... Alright guys, I can't keep like having to deal with your infinite dudes in the back there. I really can't. It's hard enough. Nope! More dudes! Damn it! Now who hit me? Oh, it was you.
This barrel.
Cause, you know, we just like can't let them just let me advance. Oh, is it just throwing things from up?
Yeah, I think it's just throwing bits out of the cloud.
He couldn't even understand what he was facing.
Yep. I called that shit. As I slowly burn through all my batteries because I have to keep stopping to fucking fight these guys every fucking 3 seconds. What the? Oh! I literally can't focus long enough to actually do the goddamn mechanics on this goddamn thing without having to worry about something slapping me in the face constantly.
Yeah, that one was a little weirdly designed. I think it seemed like, so it was like the 3 bits that are stuck to the ceiling you had to pop it seemed.
I wasn't sure. Like, it just said destroy the TVs, and there was a bunch of just little TVs. Like, you couldn't get the main one there. You had to get all the ones around it, and the little ones around it would move. But
yeah,
it was hard
okay.
to see.
Well, you got like the 3 at the top, and then it like moved back. But like, yeah, that was definitely that one. I think is just like obtuse.
What are you Why are you making me look at that? Fuck. Sure. Like there we go. Anytime I push the flashlight button, it would snap me up like that. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I was trying to center you on the.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Really, Way. Come on. Your delusions.
Oh shit, we just completely up and left. Bye.
Why is this happening to me? Lodge. No. No. Hartman. There's no way out. No way out. No way out. I need to get out of here. Get out. No. How do I get out of here?
That's the signal. Taking 30 minutes.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit skip. Shit.
I think it was credits.
Yeah, so Alright, so that's that. So let's go episodes. Oh, wait, no, not episodes. Extras. There we go. Wait, no. Ah, shit. I probably didn't want to... How did I find the DLC last time?
Was it in chapters? Episodes?
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
There was.
and then there's special.
The writer. Yes, I will overwrite it.
It's not a lake. It's an ocean. After saving my wife from the mysterious dark presence, I found myself trapped in the dark place.
Imagination can be the enemy here.
A nightmarish world that exists somewhere beyond the shores of our own existence.
We're the one making all this happen.
Just do what Zane tells you.
Follow the signal.
Is all this really coming out of my head?
The dark place is playing tricks on you.
I made my way across its ever-shifting landscape, trying to reach Thomas Zane.
You're trapped in your own nightmares. You're still going deeper.
Okay, so we do just pick off immediately right after it.
There you go, Alan.
Whoa.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up.
Getting trippier and trippier.
Light on his head now.
Your delusions are
Yeah, because he's being fused with Beryl.
Seriously, Al, you need to get a grip. You know reality's different here. See what I mean, Al?
Thank you, Spirit.
Ugh, I think I'm stuck on this side.
Well, you're gonna have to find your way out of there. I'll wait. Remember, you're still in the dark place. You know that, right? I don't want to alarm you, pal, but it's sink or swim time.
Fine. I could feel
Big
the
dark,
pressure mounting.
dark place.
Barry was
Dark,
right.
Garth
Time
Marenghi
was running
place.
out.
Actually, where did that start? That
Everything
show
I saw
start.
was a dark, twisted version
The what?
of reality based on my memories and thoughts.
Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
Ah.
That was technically all one. Okay, that was 04. I wonder if then Alan Wake, because that was like, I believe that was a parody, but it was still like in the vein of some of this weird shit.
Okay, so I can't reach Crumble yet. Alright, maybe I just have to have it over here. Oh, excuse me. No, it looks like I do actually need to do something interesting. Okay.
Shiver. Find my hoodie.
Yeah, it's getting cold.
I'm chilly. Well, I think I could. 5 more. And it's only 8 night.
Oh, that's what I had. Oh, interesting.
To wait for a sec.
I had to jiggle it so that the light would swing far enough. Okay.
Ah!
And that's very clever,
I had to
actually.
accept it. If all of this was from my mind, then I was the one making all this happen. I was literally fighting myself. It was a moment of clarity.
Very zen of you. Listen, before we started stream, I was actually reading Zen cones. I'm like, these are good. I don't remember, like, I know you introduced me to Zen cones, but sure, let me have a surprise.
Okay, I need to reset my audio again.
Oh no.
So I'm going to continue watching the stream, but I'm going to go away from speaking on the stream for a little bit. Can't hear lucky dulcet tones.
I don't know if I call them, dulcet, but hey. By the way, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the new border to the thumbnail. We talked about that on What's Up, and Lucky was he was on the ball and was able to crack out a quick one for game yesterday and the stream today. I have not come up with a new one for Let's Talk FGO Let's Talk FGO though yet. I can word.
After finishing Departure, I felt finished myself. All I had wanted was to save Alice. After that, a part of me had been ready to just give in and die. But I hadn't given up. Thomas Zane had reached me. I had run across a nightmarish landscape following a signal from him. He kept telling me I was sinking, going too deep. I wasn't sure if he meant the dark place or insanity. Perhaps they were one the same.
I don't have a gun, so... Oh. Oh, this man has a gun, though. Thank you, colonial settlers. Or navigator? Frontiersman. That's the word I'm looking. Thank you, colonial frontiersman. Collectible. Night Springs video game. Things are making weird noises, and I don't like that.
Hey, nice job, Al.
Oh, that was pretty quick.
So, you really are nuts, huh? Let's face it, we always knew this was coming.
I guess, but I actually feel pretty rational, all things considered.
Crazy people don't know they're crazy. That's where they're crazy. Hey, check out the light show behind the lodge.
That's Zane's light.
Yeah, you're done sinking now. That means he's just about caught up with you. You better go talk to him.
Yeah, no, that's me, Loth. Unable to English. Tools. Fireworks, fireworks,
Lots
fire.
of fireworks here. Nice.
We've heard the old gods play. Music came
Oh, it's me again. Damn you, me.
Hell yeah! Remember this, Al?
Oh, shit. Alright, I was able to dodge that without using rider time. Hoomst! Oh, they're coming over the walls. How long do these last? Looks like a solid minute, but so I'm gonna pop more of them. Come into my light, said the spider to the fly. Barry, not now!
That's very deep, but I'm a little busy now.
God damn it. Okay, I literally shot that dude. There we go. Yeah, turning on the... Okay, we did it. And then everything suddenly turned off. That's not disconcerting at all. Where's my box of bullets? Where?
You can get inside now, Al. The big guy busted down the door.
Thanks, Barry. Is there anything else interesting left around here? Those firework spin wheels were actually very well placed. I'm really glad they were there. Because the thing about this game is, because you have to focus on the light mechanic almost just as much as, you know, actually shooting things, usually things get a little hard in the heat of battle. God damn it.
Whoa. See, Al? This is classic you. Always making things complicated.
This is just a memory.
Even your memories are complicated. Yeah. So, I guess you're gonna need to talk to Zane out there now that he's actually here. I'm just gonna, you know, let you non-imaginary people talk in peace.
You're not coming?
Man, you're moving up in the world, buddy.
No, Barry! My mental crutch! Actually, Mega still hasn't come back. Did he have to, like, fully restart his game or something? Not his game, his computer or something?
Zane.
You have done well, Alan. Now I can accompany you. You are trapped in your own dream. You must wake yourself up, but first, you have to reach yourself.
The cabin.
Yes, my cabin. It will not be easy. Your previous work can help you. I still have some pages of your manuscript left. Words like that have power here.
He's a big light boy. Ah, shit, are we going back to the lighthouse?
It's very appropriate. I can help you reach it. But after that, you will be on your own. I cannot enter the cabin now. The Dark Presence made sure of that on our last encounter.
No!
It's very appropriate. I can help you reach it. But after that, you will be on your own. I cannot enter the cabin now. The Dark Presence made sure of that on our last encounter. You are facing yourself, the parts of your mind that are hard to control. This is not a fight anyone else can win for you.
This is cerebral as fuck right now. I love it.
I was glad to have Zane with me in this place. He knew the terrain, such as it was. But a part of me wondered if he was even human.
What do we do with the drunken
so
rider?
many years
What do
in
we
this
do with the
place.
drunken rider? What do we do with the drunken rider trapped inside his own mind? Cabin.
The world was tilted. It was turning upside down.
God damn it, me.
He was lost. He would fall. He couldn't tell which way was up. He would die here.
Ooh. Ooh. God damn it, me. This is way. Oh, we upside down now. We are upside down now. Ah! Please do not crush me with falling up.
Weight was too high. Too high. At this
Oh, it's just gonna
point,
keep
the
spinning.
water would be like hitting concrete. Storm was coming.
I appreciate that Alan has now just been like, alright, I know that's me, But I'm crazy right now. I don't like me right now. Let's get some bridges, though. Man, Omega is having the realest technical difficulties. Let's get on this. We need to get the path. Why'd you snap me to bridge? Why did you snap me to bridge? I don't need a bridge. I need a path. I'm on the bridge. Leap! Leap, Ellen! Leap! That was hacks. That was hacks, Rancher Man. Can I push you off the edge? No, but 3 to the chest will do it. Oh, it's gonna be me.
I would have to make my way through the swirling madness. It reminded me of the dark presence. Just another
Oh, hey, we're back to the warp thing. This is why we have the upper layer of bridge. Okay, I was actually concerned about that. Like, I was wondering if the, I was actually wondering if all the bridge thing was just to flummox me. But it's not. It actually has a point. I cannot reach the path here yet. That is not the way. Leap! Alright, now I'm gonna try and get it. Now it doesn't want to auto do anything for me. Oh, that was bright. Oh, I go up. Oh, lordy, I'm climbing. Safe. Like a rock. Oh, like a rock. Apparently my imagination doesn't know how to clean up after itself.
Stay focused on the lighthouse. If you can reach it, you will find the cabin.
Thanks, Thomas.
Seems to be expected. You are struggling to reclaim yourself. The landscape reflects that strain, but each step takes you closer. If you persevere, you can attain the lucidity that fends off the darkness.
Oh, good. Ammo. Wait, where'd the lighthouse go?
Now that I knew what I was facing, the environment became even wilder and stranger. Like it was no longer even
Oh, there it is.
bothering to pretend that things were normal.
I feel like these DLCs were just made by using... Wait, what does roll do? Noted. Alright, so... There you guys are. That was highly effective. That was really effective, Jesus. Oh! Thank you. Do I have any? Yes, I do. I have one over here. Okay. Oh, I didn't have to shoot him. He just tapped it and exploded on its own. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's a fucking proximity mind. How do I get out of here? Oh, there's more you nerds! Oh, they probably have them set to proximity so you don't have to necessarily worry about actually hitting them when they're rolling down, because that'd be way too fucking hard. These DLC do seem to like to give you like the tools to do some interesting stuff. It was like the furnaces and underneath the church, and then the fireworks and the I don't even know what I want to call that area, but those firework wheels. And here with the rolling, it's like, I think they're doing a lot more to give you environmental effects that you can use to your advantage, instead of necessarily always just having to, like, you know, run around and flash your shine beam on them. Oh? Excuse me, word. Will you come back? I see you down there. I can't believe that fucking worked. Oh, they just give me a bunch of flares. Load the fuck up. I guess that's what they intended me to do, but... No. No. Wait, actually, can I even go this way? Oh, I can. Is this pipe gonna start fucking spinning on me? No, I gotta fall down the hole. This is not the bright place. This pipe got very complicated all of a sudden. Thank you, Musical Sting. Hey everybody, how's it going? You come here often? Ah! Oh! Hey, light! I love light. I love lamp. Uh-oh.
Now what?
Ah, shit. Oh. This, while very cool, seems like a day. Okay, let me... Can I not walk up the fucking stairs? No, I had to fucking struggle for it. Alan Wake, writer extraordinaire, defeated by fucking stairs. Wait. Oh, did I have to stop this before I got closer for? Oh. I guess I have to do it anyway. Yeah, can you give me like 80 pounds of coffee? Whoa, this is a little cerebral. Oh wait, I actually have to wait for these. Because when we start going the other way, they'll roll back. Checkpoint reached. Where am I going now? Ah, I see. And I wait till the vertical becomes. This puzzle's getting to me a little bit, guys. This puzzle's getting to me a little bit. Okay, so now stand over here. This is a very neat idea, I do want to say, but it's a little clunky. Alan's Wake collision with, you know, the constantly and changing environment is not the best. Then again, this was like a 2011 game. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know, I'm just standing completely still as this, you know, oh, yes, we have changed planes. Okay, no, that was not the plane to go. Fuck.
Okay.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah. It was my driver.
Fucking drivers.
Yeah. You know, this is something I don't understand about computers. Why don't drivers take care of themselves better? Like, I have to download a third-party software that, like, auto-checks my drivers for updates. Whole thing and finds them and wants to charge me, like, 20 extra bucks to, like, update all of them automatically. I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, there are ways you can manually update your drivers, but it is...
Well, yeah, because I end up... That's what I have to do, is I have a service... I think it's Easy Driver, which checks for my updates and then... Yeah, by the way, all of this, I've been watching along because the PS5 has been fine for once, you know, knock on wood. This shit's sick as hell. I love this.
No, I love this. I'm just like... This whole puzzle, like, maze thing is kind of fucking amazing. It's just... Shit. Okay, safe. It's just a matter of, you know, actually, you know, having to figure out how to get through everything.
But yeah, so basically how I install drivers currently is I have a service thing, like I said, you know, Driver Easy, which tells me, hey, you have an update. I did my usual reset and my audio was still buggered, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll check the driver. Oh yeah, Realtek audio needs an update. Okay. And it'll download it for me automatically, slowly, super slowly. And then hey, it's the room.
Yeah, put the clicker.
But then I have to install it manually by telling my computer where I downloaded the file to. But it's not that hard. It takes a little bit. And it just took me a little bit longer than usual to reset. Sorry about that, everybody.
Well, keep going.
It's hard to make sense of this.
Yeah, no, it's up. People didn't miss you too much. But I do want to comment. I do love. You probably heard me, but I do love how rational and calm Alan has gotten. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just fucking batshit crazy.
I don't know what
like, cool.
Yeah, I remember Barry said earlier in the conversation. Yeah, no, it's pretty interesting.
Transmissions can be sent between worlds. You've done this yourself. But to actually leave the dark place, I haven't found a way.
Ding.
But yeah, no, first the thing with, like, the gas barrel ledge and, like, climbing the stuff,
Stucky's
and...
gas station.
all that
That's
kind of stuff.
something I particularly wanted to see, but obviously I wasn't the one in the driver's
We're getting really trippy with the writing stuff.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, hunting rifle.
Ooh, do I want a hunting rifle? I do like hunting rifle, but how many ammo?
Another memory made real. Wake would never make it. The insanity he was facing was already a part of it. In him. His own doing. He couldn't possibly win. He didn't even want to.
Shut up, TV Allen.
Yeah, I'm just having a slight
Shoulder.
right shoulder. I'm having a slight what's the term I want to use? Split in personality, not necessarily a. It's...
You know, just having some existential crisis. Nope, don't want to do that. Okay, now maybe.
Let's see. So let's.
So does boom make a tank, or does it make the explosion?
I'm not sure, but
I think it makes the explosion.
yeah, it just makes the explosion.
Okay. Well, good to know.
Oh shit!
I
Here,
don't
you
know.
guys want to run the? Ah! Oh, I have like 20 fucking flares. I'm dumb. I'm blind now, but whatever.
Well, that's because you had only like 1 health left.
Don't you dodge and weave, you.
Nope. Well, now you remember you got flares.
Chucky's gas station.
Just don't use them right away, because that'll probably set off all the explosions.
Obviously, I wasn't the one in the driver's seat.
And I do like the hunting rifle.
Another memory made real. Wake would never make it. The insanity he was facing was already a part of it. In him. His own doing. He couldn't possibly win. He didn't even want to.
So yeah,
At least the
let's.
lighthouse was much closer now. I would have to make my way up there somehow.
Somehow. Alright, so everyone's gonna. Alright, so first thing we do this. And then when they do that. This way. Run for the fire! Ah! Damn you, random physics! Wire. What do you mean by wire? Oh, I see. I gotta connect the damn wire.
You need more power.
I don't know why I thought that would work, but, you know, since they made me go all the way up here, I thought it would. I'm a simple man. I have simple thoughts. Can I reach those from here? Oh, I can reach that one. Oh, wait, I can jump down from here. I see. You just want to get up here so you can do that. Ah, I'm dumb. Alright, let's see here. So I'm probably not going to be able to activate that until I connect all the damn wires. Yeah, you just came out of nowhere, buddy. Give me the buckus. What kind of throw was that? Alright. Alright. Let's keep moving before they get more ideas. Oh, hey. This should probably be the last one. Except I bet I'm going to have to fight my way back. Alright. Generator time. And so no one gets any weird fucking ideas. Bugga, 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 bugga. Nice, okay. Oh no, I can't go that way. Thank you, burnt out lambs. You are quite useful. Who's gonna pop out of me in the dark? Nobody? Oh, you guys are slacking. Move, log, lift. We... Anything over here? Just a precarious cliff. Let's not. Two. I don't trust you. I don't trust anything here.
By the way, I'm still here, guys. I'm just being quiet because I don't have a lot to add to this. This is all just, you know, slow climbing and puzzling and stuff. Not really much to yell and scream about. It's just kind of interesting.
Like I said, like
for sure, some fucked up shit's gonna happen on that bridge.
Hey, Zane.
The part of you that is in control is in the cabin, dreaming and insane.
I don't think I like that.
You represent the power that is capable of rational thought and planning, which is why I'm talking to you. If that part can regain control, you have a chance of making it. But a part of you wants to give in. There's comfort in living with dreams. You represent the part that isn't ready to quit and die.
Wait, are you telling me I'm not real?
You're as real as anything else in this place.
That's not an answer, Zane.
There are two of me?
Yes.
And the one you called Mr. Scratch, he's me as well?
No.
Zane, are you playing some kind of game with me?
I am not the author of your story.
Oh, he's the light in the trucks.
How can you say that when you wrote that page about me and the clicker? It wasn't one of my pages. You directed me to it. You had Weaver guard it.
Yes, she was needed. And you needed the clicker. But I didn't know.
What? I don't understand.
Ellen, you should keep going.
Zane?
All right, so we're learning stuff. We had that conversation at the end of the game, you know.
Well, that cleared things up.
How much was Alan written himself?
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting that, you know, the conversation about Mr. Scratch comes up and he's just like, nah, no.
Big bridge. I'm expecting to see a TV any moment here and have me yell up. Excuse you, sir! We are, again, I mentioned this earlier, we are slightly losing to geometry here in some places. Guys, when you come at me one at a time, it's literally no problem. Make sure there's not one behind me. Again, I think... Oh, wait, hang on. I think the thing is that... Personally, this is my personal opinion, that... Zane is something that... Maybe Zane isn't actually fully real. Zane just might be a plot contrivance Alan used to get himself out of the story.
Could be. He retroactively.
Yeah.
Though that would, like, make things really fucking weird because all the Zane stuff was already here.
Yeah.
Remember when you go into the cat?
Just
Well, I suppose there's a question of when does stuff happen, but I think chapter 1 happens in chronological order before your breakdown. So you find Thomas Zane's book in the
the thing is, it's like basically he built a premise on pre-established facts.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, Zane just said that you're as real as anything else in here, so that could extend to him as well. It could just be that, you know, he is just another piece of the writing, whatever.
It's a shotgun.
I mean, I want to say, like, this is another major Axe thing, is just trying to extract remove all subtlety and vagary and extract every bit of cold hard fact. I'll say it harshly because it's funnier. It's not like he's just cutting out, you know, for the sake of like, oh, we're gonna leave it. I mean, he's interrupted. It's not like wrong that he keeps the ambiguity. You know, it's part of the build. You don't resolve everything out there. Yeah, also. By the way, I want to clarify. That's a fucking joke. Like that's a ironic statement. I stole it from the guy from Curtis from Team 4-Star. But like when they did their Helsing review, which you can all watch on YouTube channel, they uploaded the VOD. Like when they're talking about some of their old jokes, they reference a bit, which may actually be from Dark nice. It's from some other parody show, which is it says, I know writers who use subtlety, they're all cowards. Like, it's a joke I crack at myself and other people about the nature of unsubtle storytelling.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing. This is not a story where you want everything to be out in the open. You need, for things to be scary and confusing and stuff, you can't know everything.
Well, and also, if you want a thriller, you need thrills, you need mysteries, you need unknown unknowns, so the audience, like, that we're doing a slow build to the dramatic reveal. It's key to these kinds of genres we're referencing. So, like, Zane he is not, by virtue of how the genres work, he can't just drop all the facts on you just on a bridge in the middle of nowhere. You've got to build to it.
Yeah, like...
And I don't know how much Axe is familiar with Whatnot now, but, like, I know that this is a thing you have, Axe. You feel very impatient when it comes to vagaries and reveals. You want all the stuff on the table right away. Wow, he almost got you with that bull rush.
He almost. I'm trying.
But like the plot has its own pacing, and also, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this is not to break this into a too long discussion about Axe and his personal stuff, but this reflects on lots of readers. I feel like sometimes when Axe complains to us or discusses with us some points of the stories, like what was that word?
It was crumble. Like, again, this is
crumble.
like, again,
okay,
like, there's something I really actually do like about these extra episodes. It's just the wordplay. You just activate.
Oh, yeah, no, they got some weird shit. I like it a lot, the crumble thing. But no, what I was going to say was that, and I want other people to talk about this, is...
A moment. I can help you here.
No, I don't, and yeah, that's a whole other thing I don't want to... I'm not going to deep dive into that comment, Axe, but, like, just in general, I feel like you are one of those people, and I think there are other people out there, let us know, audience, if you're one of those people where... You don't seem to like the explanation of just cause. And I admit I don't like lots of just causes, but as a person who has developed my own writing style over time, sometimes you need contrivances. The story just has to be the way it is, otherwise there is no narrative. And some people will call that a plot hole. They will like drill down and be like, well, if that thing didn't happen, then the story doesn't happen. At which point the writer, you know, pulls their writer gun and is like, okay, do you want the story to not exist? What the fuck do you want from me? Kind of a thing. Like, and I don't think Axe is as bad as some internet people. There are, I assume it's got to be bad faith for a lot of it, but some people are just really, they took all that whole, you know, critical thinking and self-analysis stuff they try to shove down your throat in college and, like, take it to the way too far degree and nitpick everything. That's a very, very, like, modern, postmodern, like, you know, new millennium thing. You're not actually supposed to look at stories that closely.
No. It's like, this is why the term of suspension of disbelief exists. Sometimes sometimes you're just supposed to be like, no, it doesn't actually make sense, but you know what, I'm having a good time, and that's fucking fine. And, like, I don't know if this is the proper saying, but I do feel like the term, oh, I should have expected that. I feel, god damn it. How did you get to me so quick?
Are they like jumping down the cliff at you?
They might. They've had. Ooh, they
Well, yeah,
had to.
you were fuckled there.
Yeah.
You literally got pinned into the cliff.
But sometimes sometimes I do believe like ignorance is bliss. You don't have to overthink every little thing. It's like going to like science fiction writers. What's the saying, Omega? Science fiction writers doesn't actually know how space work or something like that.
Oh, well, the TV trope's name is sci-fi writers have no sense of scale.
Yeah.
Because if space is big, and if you think too hard about it, stuff doesn't work. Star Wars has that problem a lot with being a galaxy-wide setting, and sometimes authors get feisty about it, and sometimes they don't. And it's just in general, it's better to go with what makes sense and what the audience can wrap their minds around.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, I think that's actually a good term you have in the chat there, Axe, vague baiting. I don't think Alan Wake is vague baiting. They are writing a mystery. Like, there's differences between writing stories where you should have mysteries, you should have things to unpack, and then a lot of criticism people have with the J.J. Abrams style of writing where, especially with Lost, and you can argue with the Star Wars sequel trilogy, J.J. Abrams is on record as writing plot points and questions with no answers at all in mind. And Alan Wake is attempting to develop an ambiguity, right? Like, they're trying to make you, the reader, question what is real. Is Thomas Zane real? Is Alan Wake real? Who is in control of the quote-unquote story? And that's very meta and also very ambiguous, and I think the story loses some of its energy if you don't have that ambiguity. If you close the plot holes or whatever, then there's a real purpose.
Yeah. Get me the flash!
Yeah, it kind of works. You better watch out, you were dead.
No, I am dead.
Nope. Yep, there it is.
Actually, wasn't there just a light ahead of me? Shouldn't I just ran for it?
Possibly. There were a couple of those inland.
No, it wasn't, but hang on, I'm gonna turn this on ahead of time.
But this would lose something if we closed the ambiguity, because that would be an answer to the question, and that's not more interesting than making the audience ask the question, right?
Yeah, sometimes you got like, you might not come to the answer, but sometimes it's fun just to think about but not worry about. Like I can talk to. God damn. Wait, I got these. What am I doing? Like, I can like spin theories and stuff all day long, but at the end of the day, I generally don't care about like what the actual answer is.
Right, because the answer doesn't change the plot or the message.
Yeah.
It's the state of asking the question.
Yeah.
This is a lot like this happens with both real life and with stories. People talk about, is it about the journey or the destination? That applies basically to the same thing to general writing theory. Like, is it about the question or the answer? Some stories are about the answer. They are about what the conclusion is. But a lot of stories are also about what's the question. And in this case, I think Alan Wake is trying to, like, ask you these questions and make you think about these things. Whereas more hard and fast plots, you should to level my criticisms about the sequel trilogy, perhaps when you are writing a story will be episodic and segmented, and will be happening in a certain order, you should have a certain level of pre-planning so that everybody knows what the fuck they are doing and they can make the bits line up.
Even with the light gone.
Something the Star Wars sequel trilogy did not have. And I'll admit, technically, that's not something that Star Wars had in the original trilogy, but guess what? That was okay because George Lucas didn't... He wrote it that way, and he absolutely, changed his mind between stuff, and yes, there are continuity errors, but that doesn't matter because he wasn't trying to write it as this whole big thing. He didn't decide for years to call it Episode 4. He didn't even know if there would be sequels when he wrote A New Hope. That's why A New Hope is such a complete story. Whereas Disney absolutely fucking knew when they paid J.J. Abrams to write and direct Force Awakens, they knew they were making 2 more of those motherfuckers, minimum.
Where's my light?
Since we're being so frank here,
Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? Is if you have the build-up, you need to Loth talking about the reveal coming out like a wet fart. That's another important thing, and this is why mysteries are hard, and why it's tough to do them, and why often you run into stock plot problems. Cliches, tropes, whatever. I'll talk over Hartman. Nobody gives a shit about. Is that your payoff needs to be commiserate with your build-up.
Yeah.
If you build up, and then you drop the reveal, and it's nothing. Whether it's like the reveal's not a reveal, it wasn't actually like information worth concealing, or the reveal has no meaning because the build-up didn't include any of the context that makes the reveal make sense.
Yeah.
Or another one that is usually bad and you have to be careful about, and why mystery writers often cheat is if your conclusion is the thing that the audience already obviously assumed and you teased it out for so long, they're going to be upset because they're like, I knew it was the butler 50 pages ago. I mean, yes, if you're talking specifically about the contrivance acts, yeah. Some authors are self-conscious about their contrivances, and they try to obscure them. I do not think, for instance, Alan Wake is one of those. The writers of this game absolutely know they are writing some weird-ass ambiguous shit. Like even now, they're trying to challenge at least the character of Alan Wake. Are you just crazy and in therapy having a breakdown? Because he's talking to, Alan with a TV head. As the audience, we assume it's probably not all just a dream because that plot line fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And almost nobody would use it straight. Therefore, we can assume that, Alan is actually crazy and in a metaphysical dark place and a literal dark place. And, you've got all this stuff going on. So does it just keep cutting back to the action camera if you stand here too long?
No. I have to actually push the focus button, but holding the focus button is fucking hard. See?
If you push focus, that makes it do the...
yeah, otherwise I'd just be standing right here.
The dramatic... Okay. I was confused because you popped in and out a little bit.
Alice didn't say this.
Hey, Lucky, some things never change.
I'm sorry for being cishet.
In 2010.
Alice, I killed people. Or not people.
I don't know where you went, but that's okay. I don't want to know. I don't think I'll ever be alright. The only thing that keeps me from killing myself is the hope that I'll never see you again.
Now, the other thing is we can assume this is fake because how the fuck would Alice send that message after we went in the fucking lake? This is rationality, guys. Right? This is the thing that Zane is trying to stimulate. Alan needs to keep thinking his rational thoughts.
What I heard in there wasn't the truth. It was just another toxic mirage. It cut
See, there he is.
But that made me all the more determined to force myself to snap out of it.
I do think it interesting, like...
I had to make myself see the light.
I find that interesting, that scene, like, even though it was, like, it was all focused on there, I noticed, like, once I turn around, there was just a big exit sign, and I could just leave at any point, so you don't actually have to listen to...
Yeah, you can just pop out.
Yeah, no, so that was...
I mean, I think Alan in general has a lot of self-doubt and self-anxiety. You know, the years of writer's block.
I mean, like, yeah.
The guilt of, like, the fact that he did storm out of the cabin, and the fact that he accepted all that responsibility for Alice onto himself, the possible murder of ghost people, of people ghosts of shadows. There's a lot going on there. Deep cuts.
No, so like,
and I would say that really quick. I would say that hey, it's a plane again. Do we ever figure out why the fuck there was a plane in the middle of the woods?
Oh wait, fuck! That reminds me. I wanted to talk about something because I actually did some goddamn.
Whoop! You in the plane. And there's bad guys somewhere.
They're everywhere.
There he is.
Flare!
Perfect timing on that. The guy was about an inch from slapping you with the side of the face with a hatchet.
I'm very glad I'm very hatchet resistant. It takes a couple whacks. But I can't remember the fucking name of it. But I actually think I found a pretty good approximation of what Bright Falls is based off of in Washington. Because I was actually I was looking for fuck, what is it? Was it? Actually, hang on. I have to look it up real quick because I know the name because I go out there. It's by LB, but the name of the lake isn't LB. What was it called? Lake by LB Washington. What was it? Alder Lake. That's what it was. Because when we were talking about this, because actually before I did you have anything else to say, Omega? Like I have it in my head now, but I didn't mean to.
Okay, well, the thing I was just gonna bring really quick before we fell through a plane, was just that because so much effort was expended in the core game to rescue Alice, that's obviously a like deep psychological cut is his obsession about that because of all that effort, right?
Yeah.
So that makes sense that's a hot button issue because obviously that was so much drive to the character in the previous arc. We are basically in an epilogue now. So, yes, Lucky.
So
continue with your research.
So, like I said, I've lived in Washington a long time, and so God damn it. So I know like a lot of the locations and stuff, and I think this area is based off the Eatonville and LB area up by Lake Alder, because Lake Alder actually has a dam, which made an artificial lake. And, like I said, it's not a dead town, but it is definitely a town that, it's a town that, God damn you, man. You take so many fucking bullets. Is it that jacket? It's, it used to be an old mining town, and it used to, and the power company there used to run the dam until it was bought out by another one. Now, the funny thing about Alder Lake, though, is its name Alder Lake is because it completely submerged the town of Alder when they built the dam.
Reject all of the fantasies you have constructed.
And that does happen, by the way.
Yeah.
When you build a dam, whether it's hydroelectric or not, you create a reservoir behind it. That's why you build the dam. So there are totally like underwater cities. Actually, since we've been playing the Sprawl, that's a whole moment. That's one of your dates with Judy, I think. Is you go to her old hometown, which was a suburb outside Night City, but is underwater now because they flooded it to build the dam, to build the reservoir. And that's a really cool moment, though. That's one of the many times Johnny Silverhand fucks with you. Actually, yeah, if I remember that date right, you put on a SimSense visor so you guys can like share memories, and then you have to tell her, hey, by the way, if you plug into me, you may get some third-party commentary because no matter where I go in life, I have a third wheel. His name is Johnny Silverhand.
Don't you? Come on, I don't do that.
After playing so much Sprawl and doing so much world building, I've already set up the rough setup for the third job. I don't know, probably sometime in 2022 we'll get to that one. Because I'm also almost done with Star Wars, and it'll be a lot this weekend. I know you. But I'm constantly on edge of like, man, I kind of want to boot up 2077 again, especially with all these people shit talking GTA. Like I've once again continued to legitimately see many articles be like, hey, you know how we shit talk 2077 and we still think we're right, and some of their points they are right about, like the criticisms, the fact that Project Red did not really. They tried to obfuscate how bad it would be on last gen consoles.
Yeah.
But, like, straight up, you can't play the GTA 3 remaster on some consoles. The launcher is fucked, and it's bad on every single platform. Like, the reviewers are, like, bringing up that, like, yeah, Cyberpunk, okay, it was bad on last-gen consoles, but if you had an up-to-spec PC or you played the up-res version on, like, PS5 or Xbox, you were mostly fine. It was bearable. So I'm like, man, I really want to play Cyberpunk, but also I don't, because I know that sometime eventually... CD Projekt Red's gonna do that upgrade to the next gen version, the full next gen version, and I suspect that's gonna have a lot of that free DLC they're talking about. And I'm like, I don't really want to, like, it's been about a year. I don't want to blow another 60 hours playing out a different playthrough, and then in like a month or two, they're like, hey, we finally did those updates. We know we delayed them to 22, but here they are, and I'm gonna be like, fuck, I just did that. So I'm like, I'm constantly edging myself on playing CP 2077 again.
I'm scratching that itch with the Sprawl.
Yeah, but now that I've like finished the Sprawl run, I'm like, it's more. Then again, I did like spend a lot of time this afternoon. Had a very busy day catching up with all the stuff. I did definitely work on that more and have more to work on.
I love this. You don't actually have to shoot. You just got to make sure you keep clearing rocks. That's all you got to do. Keep clearing the rock. The lighthouse will save you.
Yep.
Oh, man. I wish I know the words thing is very much, you know, in my head. But, God, I wish I had something like this in the main game. It kind of reminds me of what they tried to do in Bioshock Infinite. Where she could just, like, warp things out of, like, different realities. But I don't think they didn't go as ham on that as they could have.
No, because I think it's different than this, where you can just be like, you can program concepts, right? The ripping voids into other, you know, side realities is like, you have to make it make sense in the context of the fights you're doing in Bioshock. So it's usually like a piece of cover or a thing you drop or allies or something, you know. So like that makes more sense in a limited. This is just like, hey, we can figure out how the environment reacts and then play with it because we've got our prearranged system. If you delete the rock, you know, the light comes through. And then once you establish that once, you just repeat that programming over and over again.
Ooh! Save me, Lighthouse! Ah, you got me.
The lighthouse. I was
Go
really
gentle into that good light.
but I wasn't sure what was going to happen now.
No, but like honestly, gameplay wise, you know, you've heard my grumbles about this, but I really do enjoy the Alan Wake story. Like it's like I've mentioned this many times. It's equal parts Stephen King and fucking Lovecraft. I'm like, yes.
Yes, Loth, if we hadn't told you yet, no, the sprawl was only 2 bits because it's 2 halves of a job. I mean, I could run it again next week if you don't want to come back to Star Wars. No. Yes, we'll be back on this week.
But from now on, I was on my own. Still, he had gotten me this far. I would
In
never
fact,
abandon myself.
the sprawl is already uploaded, and I've already fed the audio to patrons, so that'll probably go live for everybody tomorrow if you want to catch up on the AP people.
I was on that.
It also has the new experimental thumbnail, like this. I hope you enjoyed the thumbnail. I know it's a little redundant, because I have the logo like in it twice, but I, you know, had to edit the pre-existing Alan Wake thumbnail, and I didn't want to return to basics.
Mm-hmm. We cutscene now.
Turned.
Oh.
To Diver's Isle under the lighthouse.
I was surprised by the change of scenery,
Oh yeah, flashbangs.
but not much.
I didn't really need them, I guess, but still.
Understand the symbolism. The way the dark place
Back at
flowed.
lead up to the thing. The bridge is out, but the cabin is there.
It's something, all right.
Oh, hold on. There it is. I love playing with like the transposition of the stuff we saw before. Whoa. Okay. All right,
Okay.
that's new.
It's never easy. It's never easy.
Speaking of the trippy shit,
Hey, Barry!
barreled.
Hey, Al. Feeling kind of depressed here.
Oh, he's near normal.
What? So Zane's your new buddy now. I feel abandoned.
Am I gonna have to fight fucking Barry?
You're not even real.
That doesn't mean I don't have any feelings.
Listen, Barry. The moment I get out of here, I'm gonna make you buy me a cheeseburger, my agent. But yeah, everything's trippy and twisty. I was gonna say it's funny how they do this.
Abandon your fantasies, right? Well, I kind of hate to say this, pal, but I'm one.
Fine, you're abandoned.
Oh. Oh.
He's not gonna. Jackson. But But it's interesting to see, before I keep getting interrupted by Barry again, it's interesting to see this kind of like interplay between the stuff we quote-unquote know is real and then the stuff we know is fake.
Oh,
and
wow,
then
they
even
literally
now,
say
even
kill your
more-
darlings.
It's one of those kill your darlings things. But hell, you're used to that, big shot writer.
Lie. That's it. Lie.
It was even taking a people wake to, turning his friends against him. They were all against him.
Shut up, TV me.
Damn it.
This is also a interesting.
When you're this desperate to keep yourself from getting bitter. Here we go! I'm earning the 15% commission.
Oh, you don't even have to.
It's
Nope.
great that you first make yourself an imaginary friend, and then
Oh, is this one of those things of where he's gonna keep showing up?
Probably.
skills, Al, you're a master.
There he is up there. Oh, now what?
Let's crack that writer's block of yours, Alan.
That was Hauptmann, and that's Birds.
Master of crime fiction, an expert on murder and dark alleyways, and a master of substance abuse. That's the best part. Being assistant.
Where did Hartman go?
Oh, he's a fucking teleporter. Of course he.
You'll make a great
Protected.
Oh, God!
So you've got infinite bullets and battery.
Yeah, infinite shotgun, infinite revolver, and infinite battery. Not infinite flares, though.
Could we discuss your relationship with your father?
I mean, you might be able to shoot Barry. It didn't look like he had any peely darkness. This is therapeutic. Right, Doctor.
Checkpoint. Oh. Yeah, I figured this was. I love that they actually have fucking guitars. This pleases me.
Impulse control of a bit. It's very enriching. I have several lawyers on speed dial just because I never know when to get in trouble again. You know what kind of people need that? Gangsters and assholes. And you're not a gangster. Because they make money all the time.
Two of these is a little hard rough.
When you threw a hissy fit, I tried to help you with your ego. Couldn't take it, and because of that, you killed a dozen times over. BFF, Al.
Yeah, that's the guilt and self-doubt talking.
Oh, yeah. Get the beam!
Right there.
I appreciate that they do just have... Actually, hang on.
Well, this is definitely much more psychological.
Maybe the ammo and whatnot is me, like, my rational mind trying to arm myself.
Yeah, the point is not to just kick your ass. The point is to, like, make you do the funny haha dialogue and think about it.
To hang out because
Bird!
Surly ass.
Hey, Barry.
really running low on patience here.
Oh, you strong, Darkness.
Big dark. Still working. Parry.
Was that it?
I swear to God, you're driving me nuts.
Driving you nuts, Barry?
Haha, Barry. Joke's on you. I'm driving me nuts.
Arr!
Let's grab some shotgun ammo, though. Shit. There, got him. How many times am I gonna have to kick your ass, Barry? Rule 3 is usually, yeah. There we go. Kill your darlings. Iron Will. I got 2 trophies. I don't know what that means. I'll have to look at them later.
Oh yeah, trophy.
I do like my trophies.
Just how I left.
Dark and looking like it's submerged under a lake.
Why is this happening to me? It's too dark. Where am I? I can't find my way. Why is this happening to me? I can't find my way. It's too dark.
Alan looks at himself and is like, that's me.
Why is this happening to me?
Just like that, my mind was clear. Zane had been right.
Great kid.
I could think clearly again. But I couldn't survive in this place the way he had, and I might not make it back a second time. Leaving this place would be hard. Maybe impossible. It wouldn't take much for my thoughts to stray again. It was too easy to get lost in the dark place. Before, I was ready to curl up and die. Let myself slip away. But here I was. The yet unwritten future waiting to unfold before me. A sequel to Departure.
What's the title? Arrival?
Is Alan Wake, and I'm a writer.
Turn. And that's the dove, the bookend. Dove.
No, I'm for it.
Alan.
I know there. I know. What was American Wasteland like? Actually, a sequel, or was it some sort of like standalone thing?
It was a standalone expansion, I think.
I'm curious now. Hang on.
I think it deals with Mr. Scratch, but I don't. It's separate, obviously. As we've checked, it's not included in the remaster.
Yeah.
And YouTube Gaming lists it differently. Also, by the way, I noticed that while still called just Alan Wake, there is an Alan Wake 2021 in the gaming drop-down menu, which I selected for this stream. Hopefully that means we get better algorithms now.
Okay.
Before, I was only able to select Alan Wake, the original 2011 version, which may or may not be why we weren't getting a lot of extra views on these videos.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let me go to my checking for this TV trailer. Alan Wake, video game. Yes, it was a spin-off on Xbox Live Arcade.
Oh, okay. I see what it is. So, American Nightmare is basically it takes place in Night Springs. So, it's
So yeah, and that I probably am assuming it's some kind of licensing thing because it on Xbox Live Arcade.
yeah, so
Well, I mean, you could boot up Control right now and play the AWE DLC that you never finished.
no, I would have to download Control again. That would take too long. Ugh.
Yeah,
But no, let's.
but that is where Alan Wake's story continues, kind of.
Kind of.
Control is cool, and it's interesting to see it tied out, but also it's more just like.
I feel
without spoiling it for people, it furthers the development of like what happened to other characters and what's going on with Alan Wake, but it does not directly resolve Alan and the Dark Presence or anything because that would have to be its own game.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, Control.
No!
What?
Major Tom. David Bowie's back. gonna suck my money. Haunted by the ghost of David Bowie.
Sorry.
We got out of there. No, it's okay.
I was more listening to you than listening to what they were saying.
Yeah, no, and then I just heard Ground Control to Major Tom because I got one headphone ear off as usual, and I'm like, no, David Bowie's ghost. Hello,
but actually,
I'm
I do think you're right. I do think Control is more of an expansion of mechanics and then story. Control does more world building about the world and all the weird shit goings onto it, and then they just double down as like, check out all this cool shit you can do.
Well, I was talking about American Nightmare, but yeah.
No, I was gonna say that. That's what I was actually gonna say about Control. So.
But yeah, I think that also fits Control. Like Remedy says it's set in the same universe, and they literally did the DLC so you can like tie it back together and catch up. And they're like, we didn't forget about Alan Wake, but it doesn't resolve any of the outstanding issues of that stuff we just covered. It doesn't like resolve Return or anything because that would require its own game, which Remedy may or may not be making. Is Remedy announced?
Honestly, now that I think about it, Control was kind of that way too. They left their ending just kind of open. Like, in Control, when you beat the game, it's like, yeah, you stopped the immediate threat. You stopped your spoilers for Control, I suppose. You stopped
several years.
Yeah, it's you've stopped your brother from, like taking over the facility, but the fucking red noise is still all up in your fucking grill, and the lockdown isn't actually lifted.
Yeah. I mean, it will be lifted. It's just they did it that way so you can accomplish like side missions and stuff without explaining why you're still fighting the hiss. It's like that you solved the problem. You found Polaris. You've reverse engineered the system that what's his face, the doctor, left you the tech for. You will solve this problem. You are now the director. You're ready to take control, as it were. But the actual plot isn't cleared up in gameplay because they want to. One, I think they wanted to. That's part of the ethos is like, nah, it's a messy job. It doesn't get clean right away. But also, you actually like are working through the process of it's like why Fallout New Vegas doesn't have a proper post game section because it would fuck up too much. As opposed to Fallout 3, where after they undid the thing where you're forced to die so that you don't have to do the post-game fuck-up bit, they actually were easily able to do a post-game fuck-up bit because, spoiler, other than killing you, there's no reason why you can't keep playing Fallout 3 after you complete the plot. And I don't know about Fallout 4, still haven't played it. But I just wanted to double-check Control's sequence. Because it was AWE, and then the Foundation was the only other, which is cool because that's even more world building. You go to the Foundation and you do the bits and bobs. Okay, so that's what Condor is. So Condor is a multiplayer spin-off set in the same world, probably like what they did with American Nightmare, and they also have confirmed at least a Control sequel. Okay. So, so we know there's a sequel to Control, a bigger budget Control game, which is saying something considering Control was pretty high def. You couldn't play it on vanilla PS4s back in the day. Well, you could, but it was it chugged a little. So that's interesting. They're talking about it being even more big budget.
Who knows? Maybe they'll pull something together and they'll mash Alan Wake and Control into one story.
That, without spoiling how AWE goes and what that resolution is, that seems to be the idea. Is like when you do the special like Alan Wake insert, similar to like the previous director calling you. It's like the idea seems to be that he's still down there writing, and it's supposed to like hook up at some point. And I don't know if that like it takes the form of like, the new director rolls up to Bright Falls, or like honestly, I think if I was the thing that would probably make Control like more big budget and like more out there would be because they did a little with some of the like dimension dialing and some of the weird labs you went to, but to actually like do field work, do it X-Files style.
Yeah.
Actually leave the office.
Leave the office.
because that would challenge them to make more interesting and unique.
Oh yeah, if Jesse actually had to, talk to people, put together clues, because
Yes.
Control is
Which you do have to kind of do in Control, but everybody defers to you the moment they realize you're the director.
Yeah. Like if you have to go to, like, because who knows? It like Alan Wake, Alan Wake could take I'm pretty sure because in Control takes place several years after Alan Wake, and if Alan Wake has been missing this time, that means that's potential for Bright
You
Falls.
could bring back characters. You could change Bright Falls geography.
Yeah, where you can add new towns and stuff. It doesn't have to be just one location.
And to phrase it like this, right? That's something that technically Alan Wake did. Like they reduced it as you got farther and farther in story, and the escalation happened. But technically, for those first couple episodes, we had the day-night cycle, right? Where at night you would have your scary action bits, and then during the day, Alan would try and figure out where he needs to go next and deal with normal by the day stuff. You could do something similar in a Control sequel where at night, you're dealing with whatever the local oh gosh, I forgot all the terminology of Control. It's been several months, guys. But you know what I mean. The incident, the crossover, whatever it is, you'd be dealing with the actual bad guy stuff, and then during day it's you go back to your cover job, and it's people ask you, hey, what agency do you work for again, miss? Don't worry about it. I've never heard of the Federal Bureau of Your Control. Don't worry about it. Kind of a thing. That is something that I think, considering what genre both games are obviously homaging, that is a little bit something that I think both Alan Wake and Control missed, is the true X-Files experience.
Oh yeah.
Of rolling up on a town that has one weird problem and then trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, no,
nobody wants to talk to you.
Yeah, no, because we did have yonder FBI agent, but literally they just yank him out of the story, literally, and that doesn't get resolved at all. You have you can assume he's there because he somehow got a hold of a manuscript page, but what he was actually there for and what actually happens to him completely. That I would actually say was a plot hole. I can't understand it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that was maybe. I'm actually want to see if I can figure out what was supposed to be up. Yeah.
Because after he gets yanked by the darkness, you don't see him again, and then just in the final shot when everything, you just see him standing ominously in the window. It's if they do the Alan Wake.
Okay, so I will say, so you remember in the final cutscene when we saw what was her face, Rose, the diner lady?
Yeah.
And she has the lantern now, and you saw what looked like Nightingale's face behind her.
Yeah.
But dark highlighted. So yeah, I think that is a sequel hook.
Yep.
The idea is that he's the new Barbara Yeager, maybe. It's apparently written in because there's some extra stuff. Called the Alan Wake Files. There's some supplemental.
Oh.
Apparently it is clarified that Alan doesn't actually write whether or not he dies in the manuscript, just that the darkness sucks him up, and then he literally leaves the story, and Alan didn't write anymore for him, so it's left ambiguous what happens. Which you could say is kind of a commentary on side characters, because that totally happens in fiction, right?
True.
You have a character show up for a little bit, you go through all the bits, the writer writes him out, and then because the story moves on, this is especially common, I think, in TV scripts, but even in novels and stuff, the story keeps moving and that character never comes back. There's a TV trip's name for it that I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, it makes sense, but no, I think that could be I mean, I think that could be interesting, especially if it's the FBC comes in, you have an FBI agent who's no, you can't do this, but it's actually the darkness or something. So that could definitely be the point of
and it would make sense that during the daylight segments, you can't just pull out the service weapon and just plug him, because then people would be like, yo, what the fuck was that?
What is that gun? What are you?
I'm trying to remember. It was probably in some of the background materials. The one thing I do remember is generally that there is a masquerade. The Bureau of Control does hide things from people. So yeah, you probably can't run through the streets and use your psychic powers to levitate and TK things. So you could do some interesting things playing up the investigatory aspect and then actually rotating out,
I just hope they keep Jesse's inner monologue, because I love that in Control.
Yeah. Oh, and I mean that's something that Alan Wake also did very well was the talking to yourself bit. That seems to be a TV Tropes calls it a creator thumbprint. That feels like a thumbprint for this series is the inner monologue, and Jesse was in particular delivered very well.
Oh yeah, it's something.
Also, it also makes sense because Jesse was talking to Polaris the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe she's also talking to you, the person with the controller. Maybe you're like Control, much like Alan Wake, does those fucking weird questions, right? And you ask yourself these things, and you're like, "Oh my god, what's real? What's not? Where's the fourth wall? Stop? Does it exist at all?"
Mm.
He's a dude playing another dude disguised as another dude.
No, so now that I've actually gotten through all of Alan Wake, I'm actually very, I'm pleased. Like I said, overall, the worst thing about it was a lot of the combat sections. Like the puzzles were fine, like the story was fine, the mechanics were fine. It's just like I said, just sometimes that execution of suddenly dudes. I'm all like, and not necessarily the tools to deal with them.
I definitely feel like this is one of those cases, right, where this is a straight up remaster. This is just the original game, but with HD textures, you know, and probably some better like engine effects for even more smoke and darkness. You know, this is a thing that happens when we go back and play older games. I've experienced this with Killzone Shadowfall recently.
Yeah.
A game that keeps trying to make me hate it, it feels like. Because it's like constantly pivoting between good ideas and set pieces, and then who the fuck playtested this set piece? Why is this here?
How dare?
Like, okay, I'm sure this looks, you know, when you think of it as like, okay, this was your launch title for the PS4. You're showing off the technology. That's real cute. I'm playing this, you know, a whole console generation later, and like, yay, I get to float through space and I shoot my grenade launcher at clusters of kill drones for no reason. There's no challenge. They just fly up in a big cluster and they shoot you if you don't shoot them first. And I'm like, okay. All right. Okay. I don't know why this is here. It's really neat. You can make all these little guys with glowy lights show up, but like,
it was literally probably just an excuse to show off the processing power.
Yeah, just to show off how many enemies they could do, and the fact that it's in full 0G, you can move into 3D space, and look how neat that is. And I'm like, yeah, when like fucking Titanfall came out, and you know, Titanfall 2 and all those games revolutionized this. The fact that you can like float in 3 dimensions in very scripted segments doesn't mean shit. I know what real mobility is like. You know, I'm used to, you know, jumping up ledges, clambering over guys, wall running, and jumping into the waiting arms of my giant robot daddy. You know, so it's when you go to these you have to take these with a grain of salt, right? When you go back to these remasters as opposed to like full-blown remakes, it's like the difference between not that I've played the original or played the much of the HD, though I did download it. It's the difference between playing Resident Evil and then Resident Evil HD, which is just the game again but HD, and then playing RE2 and then the RE2 remake, which is a whole ass different game, right?
Oh yeah.
So Alan Wake is a remaster. So some of these I think are just growing pains of like, like for instance, compare say the Resident Evil remakes, right? They've been going in that direction. Those are, you know, third-person over-the-shoulder action games with all the survival horror elements. But having watched people play those, they keep the feel of the originals while also having, you know, you've got plenty fluid controls. You know, they've got all the QuickTime buttons and the big pop-ups. You know, they actually like do a lot of the jump scares with just the environment. No, there's not a lot of forced camera tricks in the Resident Evil remakes. And there's not a lot of like guys that spawn from nowhere, right? Like from what I remember from watching people play those, it's mostly like, oh yeah, blind corner, zombie. We specifically designed these windows you can interact with an item. You can put boards on them to have zombies, you know, bust through those. Whereas in Alan Wake, especially in those DLCs, but in a lot of later levels, enemies literally teleport in behind you. Some of them are hiding in the geometry, but a lot of them literally teleport, and it's just like, okay, I get what you're going for. It's part of the feel, but like, it really, like I said, I didn't pick up the controller once to play. I all watched Lucky play it, but from what I saw, based on his reaction time and what he said about it, there's a lot of just like, we'll throw some guys on screen and you'll deal with it or you won't. You know, you got a checkpoint. Checkpoints exist. You'll just do it again, you know? Which is okay, but not... that's not how we really make games anymore.
Not anymore, no.
Like, even Control, which we've talked about this, Control is kind of hard because until you start to get your abilities up, you are you're fucking useless. But when all you have is gun, it's like, okay, all I have is gun and punch, you know? But they eventually added a very in-depth menu where you can adjust like how much damage you take, how much damage you deal. You know, you can adjust your recharge power. You can literally make it so that, and I played the game a little bit this myself, so that anytime you hit any enemy with the service weapon, it drops them immediately. That kind of like heaven or hell mode is very fun to play, actually, where like you don't futz with any of your damage reduction. You just make it so that all non-boss enemies die immediately. Mm-hmm. And I think you can even make it so you turn on the quote-unquote God mode. It even works on bosses. But that was just boring. I didn't bother with that. But like for mooks and stuff, it's pretty funny, and you don't have to like checkpoint yourself to change it. Alan Wake really could have used that kind of adjustment, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like as a player, Lucky, you probably could have found a balance about like, oh, how much writer time delay you have, you know, or what your, you know, if you could like say double your stamina for sprinting. Or reduce how much damage you do, because we talked about this, I think it was either last stream or 2 streams ago. You know, you've got that whole like compass wheel, right?
Right.
Not a proper minimap, a thing that too few games don't. God invented the minimap for a reason, game developers. Why? Seriously, every time I play a game where there's no minimap for no good reason, I'm just like, why? I hate it. But your HP bar only goes to half that. Like, why isn't there, like, a system to, like, increase your HP? And I know, I think Axe and some other people in the comments talked about how the game is supposed to be, like, full-blown episodic. You can literally just replay the episodes to get stuff. But, like, okay, you could still have coded it so it's episodic, and then you can still get, like, unavoidable HP upgrades, and you could get more HP bars because... or, like... Alan Wake can pick up, you know, new flashlights. Why can't Alan Wake find a ballistic vest? The man can find unlimited shotguns and flashbangs, you know? Why can't he put on an armor vest and, like, you know, you could do it that way as, like, a temporary thing, like how, speaking of GTA does that, right? Where you've got your normal HP bar and then you've got your armor bar that kind of goes around the other way. Like, Alan Wake could have done that. And they really didn't do anything to make you tougher or better at combat. It's just that, like, as you progressed in the episode, they would allow you to have better flashlights and better guns, culminating in the back half of the game. They gave you, like, the best flashlight, heavy duty lamp, and so on and so forth. And it's kind of interesting self-contained progression, but I think that the game is just like it showed its age a little. Like,
yeah.
The parts that are timeless is the writing, the characterization, the delivery, right?
Right.
That stuff was all cool. The gameplay, it's a little dated. If they could do it over again, they would probably do it differently, you know? Like we said, Control's much more action-oriented.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's my you know, backseat armchair thoughts.
I mean, I got nothing.
We've managed to faff out to make the stream over 2 hours. Mm-hmm. As I was aiming for, of course. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if Lucky said all his gameplay thoughts, which I think he has, you talked for like 15, 20 minutes before we even discovered the extra.
Yeah. So
we can probably call it here. I want to let everybody know that if you're interested in other streams, we are probably not doing Fail Portrayal this week. Dallas has said he's not free on Tuesday, and unless I have like a super full house, I probably won't want to do it without Dallas to yell about stuff. I don't know. Loth's missed a couple. If Loth wants to actually get the fuck up and come on down, maybe we can yell about some archetype he wants to yell about. I don't know if we'll do it Tuesday. I have been itching to try and squeak in some Jackbox. I may actually look at buying the new Jackbox pack and maybe like throw that together. I'll see what tomorrow brings. But I just want to keep people apprised of the plan.
The plan.
Oh, and do let me know if you guys appreciate the new thumbnail and how it jumps out at you. Lucky did a very good job of. I gave him an example and told him my idea, and you replicated it very fast. Mm-hmm. And I think it works. We had a couple of demos. One was Solid Red. I mean, I don't know, Axe. I feel like at points that would probably get very awkward with just the two of us, because at some point we would run out of things to say that are relevant. We might get stuff done faster. Yeah, I know you're doing it as a joke, but yeah. But just the thumbnail thing really quick. We had 2 versions. I personally think the black inside with red line outline looks better. Mm-hmm. Like he also did a Solid Red version, which like really jumps out at you, but I thought was maybe a little too bright. Mm. But let us know your thoughts. All right, that's me. I extended it out as you do for like 10 minutes past 2 hours. The people have been watching Alan Wake's title screen.
Yeah, I know. It's like I was kind of worried about doing something, but no, we're gonna leave it there. So everyone, thank you very much for coming. Real quick, what do we want to do next week?
Well, if you don't have any objections, I think the thing we will be going ahead with is, especially as it is the wintry season, is I will download and we'll do the new God of War, the PS4 one, Dad of Boy. Because, like I said, I've never played that. It's in the PS Plus collection. I think that would be an interesting experience that we can do on stream, and I can do stuff off stream, obviously, as well, you know, to do like challenges and things to grow. And that'll be interesting because I know it's like a really big game that people really liked, but I hadn't had a chance to play it yet. And much like Uncharted, what better time to do a blind run through of a game than, you know, on stream? And I believe, Lucky, you have played it.
Yeah, I've beaten it.
Yeah, so, you know, that, you know, keeps our energy going. I think that makes our perspective pretty well, you know. So, yeah, we'll be doing that next week, assuming no unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah.
We could technically take a week off and, like, do new Among Us, but, I mean, the new rules are cool, but I'm not super hyped about it. I don't feel like it right now. Right, so I think we'll be on schedule for Dad of Boy, and I'll have to come up with a thumbnail.
Yep. That means I should get you the emote pack at some point. But with that, we're going to call it there. So, everyone, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, support us on Patreon, join our Discord, and we will see you next time.
Pew finger guns. Rider finger guns.
Rider guns.
Right gun. Writer gun.